God's Story is a beautifully illustrated new book written by Matt Searles, published by Lion Hudson. It's a vibrant and rich introduction to the Bible, tracing the one story from start to finish. God's Story is easy to get into, with unfamiliar terms explained, artwork from around the world, and photos, maps and charts along the way.
I'd like to introduce you to two distinctives of God's story. First is a focus on the story. The Bible's storyline is the backbone on which everything else hangs. The different parts of the Bible find their place, find their meaning in relation to that one story. And so in the book God's Story, we'll trace that overarching story in all its different facets: God's creation plans, God's kingdom promises, God's covenants with his people. Which brings us to the second distinctive, a focus on Jesus. The Bible's story centres on Jesus. Every part of the Bible testifies to Jesus. But understandably, often people find it hard to work out how that's the case, particularly with some of the parts of the Old Testament. And so as you read the Old Testament section of God's story, every few pages there's a box looking ahead to Jesus that will show you how that part of the Bible points to Jesus and forms part of that story that's centred on him.
This book is great for those reading the Bible for the first time, but bewildered with where to begin. God's Story is also great for those who've been a Christian for a while, but never fully understood how the Bible all fits together. This book would also be one for teens or for families keen to delve deeper into God's unfolding story together. Each chapter stands alone, so you can dip into the story wherever you like. But it's also a great read, cover to cover, as you follow the thread of God's story